Welcome, mystery lovers. I'm Souri Alboe, and this is my It's Locked video for Stay Tuned for Danger. In my It's Locked series is where I talk about those part of the games where it's easy to get stuck or not know what to do or missed an object. So let's get started with Stay Tuned for Danger. So my first It's Locked moment, it's at Maddie's house. I completely missed the package. The first package they left for me, I missed it. So now for the second one, I knew that I needed to keep checking on that chair. I don't like that in this game in Stay Tuned for Danger. Every time you look at an object, you cannot just back out. You always have to close the lid and then back out. I don't like that because it kind of slows me down. But anyway, this chair, it's hard to see, like when you are just coming in. It's easy to miss the chair, and I know others had trouble with it. Like, look at that. You really will have to be. There's like a couple of shots that show the chair very well, but I think it's very easy to miss. So that was my first It's Locked moment. The second one was I checked this notepad the first time and noticed, okay, my boyfriend Ned is leaving me a note, but then I never checked it again, and I guess it changed because it's now George or Bess who I can call on the phone. And I think that's it. But before I go, maybe I'll make a couple comments about these funny pictures they have here, that it's like a mix between character and real people. I know some of you didn't like that because it kind of threw you off. It kind of took you off the game, took you out of the game. But it's like, okay, is it real world or are we in like Nancy Drew world? So yes, I agree. I don't like that either. But it is what it is. As I said before in my previous videos, it is what it is. This is the second Nancy Drew game, and I mean, to be the second, I think they did a good job. Okay, so let's keep sleuthing. I think now let's head to the studio so I can keep showing you where I screwed up, basically.
Taxi!
Where can I take you today, miss?
1999 Broadway, please.
Okay, my second It's Locked moment happened to me here in the control room with the infamous cassette recording. So once inside here, just like many of you, I played this infamous tape and I was listening, and at some point I lowered the voice of the person and realized this sound. I heard this sound and I thought to myself, I've heard that before. So I was very excited and I went to the place where I thought I've heard it before. This thing right here, this motor, so I thought that this motor was what I was listening in the tape. And if you notice, this trapdoor is right next to this exit that I'm thinking is to the outside of the studio. So I kept coming back upstairs and being like, I got it. What I need to do is to match the frequency of the motor to the frequency of this noise right here, because then that's what's gonna fix the voice of the culprit. So I kept moving my frequency, trying to match it, and then also the other thing that happens is there's the sound of what sounds like a bass right here, like the honk of a bass. So to me it made perfect sense, because that door, that motor is next to the door that it's outside. So okay, to me the culprit was standing right next to that motor, and the door was open and a bus passed by when he was recording. So you got to give me some credit, because that's a very elaborate explanation. And I kept just doing it, and I'm like, I cannot solve it. I cannot solve this cassette puzzle. So I went online and realized that this cassette is useless. I read somewhere that you could even not play the cassette and win the game, but I don't know if that's true, because this game, it's moody. You have to do everything before it allows you to go into the next step. So maybe you do need to play the cassette at least once. So okay, then I realized in this room I got all my goodies, that special security tape, and by that time I had already turned on my lights in the motor, in the trapdoor motor. So then I left, and I'm like, okay, so I am stuck. I don't know what to do next, because I've done everything I could. And so basically, yep, the game was locked for me. What I didn't realize is that with this thing, yes, there was a sign that says trapdoor. Okay, I understand, but I didn't connect it that the trapdoor was this little thing behind the couch, because when I first came to the set, I did notice my magnifying glass was getting red in this area, and I went and I looked at it. I went behind the couch, but there was nothing there. I thought maybe I'll realize later what it is, but I didn't connect the dots that this was the trap door, and that by activating the motor I was actually revealing the trap door. Now when I came down here, I saw this message, and because I played Secrets Can Kill, and we all know what happens down in that boiler room, I read this and I took very descriptive notes just in case there was an emergency with this hydraulic lift. But it turned out that nope, this was just a nice ride, and wow, this is what's behind Millie's gate here, and it's no other than Owen Spader's contractor ID card, which reveals his ID, his employee ID. So that was that. Very fun. The other funky moment I had in this game, let me take you outside. Let's go outside. Ta-da! This is my favorite place to come chill in the game. Like every game I find a place where, like, if I need to cool down, I go. So for me it was this street. I love that at night the lights are on and curtains are half open. You can still see inside that unit. So let me see. Thank you, Mr. Gremlin. Okay, so I got another moment here in Dwayne's office. I'm so good at opening those doors. So I looked at everything possible I could, and I couldn't figure out what was the code to open this briefcase. I kept looking at all the phone numbers he has written here, maybe some dates, maybe all sorts of combinations of things. And what happened to me is when I looked at this part of the office, if you see my magnifying glass is not getting red, so I assumed I couldn't go to this corner of the office and that I could move this way or this way, but that corner was kind of locked. So I had to go online and read, and then someone finally mentioned like the code is in the jacket, and I'm like, wait a second, but I cannot even get to the jacket. So that's when I realized I have to go around. And doing that, ta-da, we have here the code. And I see Owens has a picture of him and Maddie, so I started suspecting that they were dating and that maybe something about that will be revealed at the end, but none of that happened. I do remember in the final scene me telling Owen like what, sorry, not Owen, well technically yes Owen, but me telling Dwayne like, hey, what are you doing, like Maddie still worried, Maddie still cares about you. I thought he would have like a little bit of a breakdown, like, and kind of that would be the way to get him. Oh my goodness, should I answer the phone? Okay, let's do this.
Hello?
I don't have much time to explain. Can you meet me at the studio later tonight? I know you won't have any trouble getting in.
Yikes. Okay, we all know who that is, but I think maybe this is the end of my video. I don't want to spoil the ending for any of you. But those were the it's locked moments I had in the game. But I guess the video came out kind of short. You know what, guys? Let's go to the studio. Let's go to the studio together.
Taxi!
Where can I take you today, miss?
1999 Broadway, please.
Yes, I feel like I owe you guys a bit more. So let me go here. Okay. Who didn't get caught by that guard the first time you came sleuthing here at night? I did. I was the first one to get caught.
I see our Miss Snoop has shown up.
Why did you ask me to come here?
You see, I've been doing my own investigation, and I kept on finding more and more things until I got a threatening letter yesterday.
Can I see it? Do you still have it?
And we see that dropped. Why?
Now do you believe me? Who could be doing this? You must know.
It has to be Dwayne.
Dwayne Powers? But why on earth would he?
With his intense hate of Rick, doomed financial situation, and that clever disguise as Owen Spader, Dwayne had every motive and opportunity to commit these threats and traps.
That is correct, Ms. Drew. And now for the bonus round. Name the washed-up director and interfering actress who will be dead in a matter of minutes. Hurry up, contestants. Time's running out.
It's him! Up in the control room! And he's locked us in!
Lillian, hide!
Why, hello, Ms. Drew. I only followed Lillian here, but I've trapped both of you. Your deaths will make a wonderful end to Act 1. Rick Arlen's death will be the climax to this little soap opera I've produced. I'm calling it One Death to Die.
So on my first time playing the game, I chose this answer. Let's choose this other one.
Dwayne, why? Why do you hate Rick so much? Maddie and Lillian have more reason to hate him than you do.
More reason than I? Rick Arlen has to die, and I'll tell you why. Because he killed me. He killed Dwayne Powers!
Dwayne, this isn't a soap opera. You're dealing with real people.
Real life is a soap opera. You'll learn that. Or rather, you would have learned that had you lived.
Maddie still cares for you. You're making a big mistake.
Enough! Words, words, words! You will soon see that I am a man of action. I'll come down for the final close-up. I'm gonna write you two out of the script forever. So sorry about your short-lived career, Miss Drew.
I thought I would get him to soften with
It's
Maddie.
locked.
Faces, everyone!
Let's do this.
Open up in there! Open up!
Hurry, Nancy! He's coming down!
I know, Lillian. I need time.
Nancy, think!
Are you ready for your final close-ups?
Oh, I
I'm
think
coming
he's
to get
ready.
you, Lillian.
Hey, what's going on? I couldn't get it this time. I'm being very silly. Oh,
Time's up! It's curtains for you, Miss Drew.
No, don't! No!
what? I thought I opened it. Oh my god, and look at this. Like, if you didn't save, that's it. You're finished. Wow, yeah. So the ending it's very intense because the alarm is going off. You can hear Lillian screaming, you can hear this guy coming down the stairs, and the puzzle is completely random, and you have to be able to remember the sequence and do all this at the same time. So I think I'm gonna leave it like that for today. We will play the game together from beginning to ending on a different night. But I think for today, I'll just say thanks for watching. I'm Souri Alboe. This was my It's Locked video for Stay Tuned for Danger. So stay tuned for more videos. Keep sleuthing and always follow the clues. If I could, I would go inside this apartment and chill there. That's what I need. That's what I need right now. Okay, have a good night, everybody.